All right, hello everybody, and welcome to your Tuesday lighting critique. We have Diana at the crack of dawn where she is, and Danny, which is later in the day for you. Dan, what time is it for you? It's like
I'm 6 hours ahead of you.
6 hours ahead. So there's still sunlight behind you, so I think we're good.
Yeah, no, it's 4:30 in the afternoon.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So we've got a couple of animated shots. We also have a bunch of stills to kind of go through. And so with Danny here first, we're going to go ahead and start off with him. So, oh, hello, Andre.
Hey, how are you guys?
Good, guys. All right, so Danny, we have the day version and the and this evening version. So I'm liking this a lot better in terms of like the color that we're getting and like the value that we're getting out of the fireplace now. Like that's really kind of punchy and really drawing us back there, which is great. I think, yeah, and the volumetric's looking good. Everything's starting to really start to work together a little bit. I still want a little bit less of this fuzziness, like taking this couch kind of off its hero color, because really what it is it's kind of getting filled in too much. Like it's fine here around the edge. It's just like this middle area is starting to get too lifted, and I want that to be like a little bit more like in like this kind of shadow range in here, if possible. Again,
I think I'm gonna put a light blocker in the middle of the couch.
Yeah, give that a try and see if that works. It might just be, it might also be a matter of not like linking it so that I was gonna say that the fireplace light doesn't actually affect this, so that's actually affected by a different light that's only hitting the rim, but that might end up looking janky. The other thing, I would tone down the brightness of the table light down here too. It just because it's a little bright against the carpeting there. And then I want to see it. I want to see another pass at it if you can, a little with a little bit more noise cleanup. Just because
this was just because it's earlier, so I needed to do it really fast.
That's fine. Tomorrow I'll take a look at it with a higher resolution. As for the daytime one, I think this is good for the overall. Like this is starting to get into the realm of the overall brightness that we were looking for. It is kind of like it's feeling very like frontal and flat in that like if I'm looking at these bookcases, they're all kind of illuminated evenly. From left to right. There is a little bit of shaping from top down, but it really just kind of like there's shadow underneath here, which makes it imply that there's light coming down from above. I'm trying to think. You know, that's something that actually we haven't explored yet. If you were curious about it, like we do have some ceiling that's off camera. We could put it in like a skylight. And have light.
Yeah, but then I'd also have to put an extra hole in for the night scene.
That's true.
And I was thinking about that.
That's true. Yeah, never mind. But really, it's good value. It's like a good value range. It's just not getting enough shaping yet. And I'm wondering.
Yeah.
So I think the next steps for this one would just be really to work in more shaping, because again, it's really more about. Again, light coming in here and bouncing up into this space, as opposed to, because is there like an overhead light that's causing some of this? Because I'm seeing like it's darker underneath.
No, the bounce lights that I put are just higher up and they're pointing downwards.
Okay. Yeah, so let's put them lower and pointing them up, because it's really more about like it lifting up underneath. So I would give that a go, and then we will go from there. But these are looking good.
Hey.
All right, cool.
Hi all. This time change is killing me.
Yeah, sorry. Well, I don't.
No, it's not your fault. Arizona doesn't.
I don't do daylight savings.
Arizona doesn't change time. Yeah, so it's just like
Listen, don't even get me started on my rant about daylight saving, about switching times. All right.
I literally just woke up and looked at my phone and was like, crap! I'm breakfast. So.
All right. Well, with that type of energy, Kat, we will. Well, actually, Andre, we have yours. We'll do yours first, and then we'll go into Kat. So, previous version. Here we have the update. It's cool that you completely changed the texture of the sweater entirely, which is a fun challenge.
Yeah, because it was I wasn't being able to get the same for some reason, getting the same light, shadow thing on the sweater as it was on the skin. So I just changed the whole shader.
That's great. I think that's all working better now. That's all kind of falling in alignment here. I think that I love this light. This light looks so good. Like that little kick of light here on her side is really, really the right amount and the right color, and that's working really well. It could be a little more specular, but we'll take a look at that later. The one thing that I really want to do is the light that's on her is a little too frontal. I only say that because I can buy that there's a light off camera over here to the side coming in and hitting her from the side. But if we're seeing it at this angle, it's almost like it's coming in front. And it's almost like we would see it kind of start to filter into the space here. And I think that with the mood of this shot, we want to keep a little bit more of her in shadow too, with kind of like this hazy, dark kind of a thing. And then for her skin, and then watch out for her nails are really cool, but they're just they look a little bit self-illuminating, like they look a little bit glowy. Yeah. And then the other thing about her skin that I would possibly do is just take down it might be the color of the light a little bit, just pulling a little bit of the red out. And that I think that'll help get her, because right now it's nice that it's complementing off of the background, but it's there's a line of where it's a complementary color, and then it gets to a point where it's a little bit too much that it starts to disjoint from the rest of the scene. But yeah, I would kick that light over to the side, and then from there we'll keep working on getting more specularity into her skin. But her arms now match her body skin tone, which is good, and her face. And then I'm wondering, and then another thing to look out for is we'll want to get a little more of the color, because there's so much colored light in this scene, and her hair looks pretty gray, kind of dusty. That I want to see more of that light, more of that color in her hair as well, if possible.
Okay.
So yeah. And then if you can, I'm looking at this light here. So just because this light passes through glass, it gets a little diffused a little bit, and it also looks like it's creeping, this awning isn't casting shadow. So just check on that.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah. All right, cool. All right, this is reference for that. Okay, Kat, we've got 2 projects from you to look through. We'll start with the woman here. The haze is looking good on the background. Just kind of looking around.
Those little bands, I think, are a reflection from the building.
Which bands?
Because the little kind of shadow bands on the purple streak of light to her screen.
Oh, right. Oh, I see. Yeah.
That's from the
interesting. Huh? That's a weird one. Yeah.
It is weird, but hey, I think it looks kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's
yeah, I'm just not quite sure what that is. That's funny. You don't usually see horizontal bands in a spotlight, but that's all right. Around here.
I'm actually pretty happy with how this looks right now. I think it looks really good. So.
Yeah, I would. The one thing, I was just looking at taking down the brightness right here, because it's just kind of white light that exists right here, and I almost want that to be a little bit darker so we can look up. Yeah. Just a little bit of that. That's okay. Can you try a version with a little less saturation on the eyeglasses? Just because again, their green looks.
I pulled the saturation down, but I'll pull it down more.
Yeah, just try and match it more into the tone of this. I think just for an overall color palette standpoint. Yeah. Does anybody else have anything for this one? Yeah.
Silence is good.
Yeah. All right, let's hop into the black and white one.
Do you like the extra little glow on her?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
This right here?
I kind of glowed up the back. Yeah.
I see it right there. I think that's cool. I mean, if you want, I would. It would be cool if it was more in the magenta range. Like if it was a little more, but like it's cool that it's bright too. I think that's nice. Yeah, I like it. I like it. All right, so with this one, there were two things. One, so the biggest difference between the reference and the reference that we're seeing with this stuff and the images is just the amount of, like, if we just kind of flip back and forth between these two. In fact, let's just do this. I mean, you could see it in here, like the value difference between these. Like this is like the brighter whites versus the brightest in here kind of clamps out in like a gray value. Yeah. Like this is just feeling overall brighter. So I think that's something to keep an eye on with this, is just making sure that we're getting some nice, crisp, clean brights. Now, if you're replicating like exactly a 50s style or like a 30-40 style film noir thing, the film doesn't actually allow for them to go quite this bright, but we're living in a 2021 world, and
and it's CG, so
yeah. So you should punch it a little more. The other thing that I don't want to get too far into, like the specific shaping and everything on him until I know. So we're going to turn this lamp on, right? And this will be lighting him a little bit.
On. It is on.
It is on. Okay.
It is actually on.
Okay, so that's
I'm messing with the transparency values on the light bulb, so it may look a little wonky, but it is actually on.
Okay. I'm not feeling it very much on him or really anywhere in the scene. Like the inside of the lampshade would be very bright, right? And then like there would be some sort of bounce in there. So I think I would really dial in on that for the next iteration, and because that'll really help us evaluate more of the lighting on them. So like, yeah, it would be. Yeah, like I'm not worried about, because it would just be the shader would be. It wouldn't be transparent as much as this shader would be like bright and glowy. So it'd be more of like
glowy, yeah.
So it'd be more of like a glowy element, and then we would really feel that light in there. And because I'm just kind of curious as to how that plays with the composition of having this bright thing right there, and B, how that bounces up on the character too. So I think that's
the bounce on the arm on the desk is from that light. I guess I'm curious as to, because that's a solid lampshade, I'm not sure how I would make it bounce up more into his chest unless I like put a spotlight, which would look weird because that's a solid metal lampshade. So
right. It's
I can
more...
crank the brightness and it brightens up the arm, but
sounds like somebody else is gonna say something.
Put a bounce light, I said.
Yeah, because like if you think about how this light would function in the world, is it would because this is solid, yes, but also reflective. So it'd be very, very bright coming down onto the tabletop, and then that tabletop would bounce a light up. So what you would want to do is put, like Diana said, put like an area light or something down here to bounce it up at the character, because that's actually what's happening, is it's coming down and expanding and hitting a larger area of the desk, and then that light has actually got a good amount of energy bouncing back up at the character.
Okay, so just because it has a little bit on the arm, but I wasn't able to get it on the chest without cranking it like super high, so I didn't want to blow the arm out. So.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think. I don't have. If it was nighttime, I'll do one of these at night, and I'll have a desk lamp next to me, and then we can see, because it really will. Like even if it's not, even if it's not. Yeah. Diana is probably still.
I mean, even if you maybe just put a white surface in the table or something, it'll bounce the light without having to add another light.
For sure, yeah, that's a great point. Like if you have,
adding a light.
Yeah, just try like I have a white desk up underneath me right now. And it's causing all of this fill light to happen here on my screen right side, basically, just because it's just a white desk bouncing up on me.
Okay.
And I think the iris geometry is like not in the right place.
Yeah.
Look.
Let's see.
The what geometry?
The iris and the eye.
Oh, I haven't even touched the eyes.
Yeah.
I haven't even touched it yet.
Yeah. Never mind.
Do you guys like how the light's hitting the knife blade? I'm pretty Like,
Yeah.
kind of giving that. And then on the first pose where he's like way back, I actually have a light that's highlighting the rim of the blade when he's just holding it up.
Yeah.
The one before that, but yeah, that too.
Also, yeah, like that's cool. I love that we're seeing it. And then eventually we'll just have to make sure that it's like reflective and metally, and like you want to feel the danger of it, and that comes with like you want to feel the sharp edge and stuff. Wow, that was a terrible line. You want to feel that sharp edge. But yeah, that. But like the structure of that will work really well. All right, cool. Let's see. What Dani doing? Aaron, Jordan. Hey guys, how's it going? Hello, Ashley. All right. So I think does anybody else have anything? Anybody else that's on live right now have anything?
No.
Okay.
I do.
Who said that? Jordan. Let's see. Where am I going? Where am I missing? There we go.
It's right above our faces.
Wait.
Yeah.
There it is. I hate. That's like the worst feeling to me in the world is when other people can see my screen and I'm fumbling. Let's see. So Jordan. Wait, where's yours, Jordan? Am I missing?
Did I submit it?
No.
If you submit it today, if you're looking for feedback today, I can do a write up for you later.
Alright, sounds good.
Yeah.
I thought I had it in the channel.
No, it's okay. And actually, if you do you have it? Like, could you do it now? Are you available?
Yeah, I can literally just drag and drop it.
Drag and drop it right now, and then I'll grab it. And then in the meantime, let me hop over into the videos, then I'll come back and grab that. All right. Okay. So we have Antonio, and this is Kevin's. So Kevin, I'll start with yours just because I think this looks good. I think that maybe the fence is still might be a little bit bright, but this the first shot looks great. She looks really great. Everything there looks good. And then the second shot, yeah, I think it's just the fence might be a little too blue and still like a touch too bright. But but honestly, that's just like a minor tweak.
Yeah,
I think it's
super
great.
pretty.
Was that?
Super pretty.
Yeah, it's great. Great job. Okay, that's all I had to say about that one. And then Antonio, this one's really fun. So we've got a lower resolution. So I was talking offline before we got started just how difficult shots like this are, because it's like you've got reflections in the window, then you have to light the characters, then you have like a very limited portal being the size of the car to light the characters. You have to balance the screen of the iPhone. You have to make sure the reflections are passing, but not like obscuring the characters' faces. I think it's all looking really well. Like you can feel the movement of the car on this, and I think that's working out really, really well.
The first reaction I had was the reflections are so realistic that I was like getting anxiety about the fact that he was on his phone. He's driving.
I know. Well, this like everything gives us anxiety now. It's like, how well do these people know each other? Can they be maskless? Is that okay? Yeah, they all that stuff. But yeah, totally. The reflections look so good. They feel very natural. There's a couple of them that pass that are a little saturated green, but other than that, like, let's see if I can stop it on one. Like that one that passes right here. Mm-hmm. It's like a little super saturated, but it's totally minor. So if you could just kind of like tone down those couple, that would be in this shader the next time you render or pass it, that would be great. So the one thing that stood out to me was the environment. I think it's great, and I think it's working really well. The grass is a little bit saturated, and then if I was me, I would put like a matte painting or something back there to kind of plug in, because it feels like we see the edge of the world. Mm-hmm. Because it's just kind of like it's like choose, and then just gray. So I would put something back there to like it doesn't have to be much. It's out of focus. It's deep in the background. And just to kind of clear out the space there. In terms of the characters, I think they're looking really good. I think there's a couple of little things like at the very end. just making sure there's a shader on her tongue. Just because it looks like it just like when I first saw it, I thought it was a reflection, and only upon stopping it did I realize that her tongue needs a little bit of a shader on it too. So just check his as well. I don't think we see his quite as much, but I think the glow from the phone is perfect. I think, I think everything. I think everything else is working really, really well. And then we can look at a couple stills here from it.
It's so much fun.
Right. It's like this is, and you can see here how like the dynamic range of lighting that happens over the course of the shot, and because you can really feel it when you see the stills. But yeah, it looks like her tongue's fixed there. Her tongue's all good there. But yeah, I think it's great. I think it's just extending the space in the background and taking care of a couple of those saturation things. Did you guys see anything else? Anything else stand out? Yeah. Yeah, I think it's really, really impressive. It's really, really well done. All right, Jordan, let's see. I think we got you. All right. All right, cool. Oh, this is getting a lot better. That was my initial reaction to it. Let's see. Yeah, there's like we're really like you're really starting to nail the skin. It's really coming together well. Like the richness, the speck, everything's starting to it's really feeling tangible. The hair looks a lot better. That was a great note by you. The specularity is really good. I think this is looking good. Does anybody have anything? Maybe it's I don't know. Anybody got anything? I feel like I'd be reaching if I did.
Yeah.
I think I like the color of her outfit too. It's a little different than what she normally is, but I think it looks good.
I wanted to maybe add some fun stuff like a volumetric, just something to just make the whole composition of the image look more interesting.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about that? Because I was like, I just feel like it needs a little bit more excitement in the background or something I was thinking like throwing a volumetric.
Give it a try. I mean, you got some time, so I would say give it a go. See if you like it, but I don't think it necessarily needs it.
And I forgot to do that. I realized I just forgot to do the hiding because I forgot how to do it, so I have to figure out how to do that in the roto again.
Oh yeah, just a little radial or draw with a roto, not with red.
Okay.
And then just ding ding. Ding ding.
Suddenly actually takes a dark turn with the red eyes.
Yeah, there we go. But overall, this looks really, really good, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, let's hop through, hit these quick. We've got Wenhui. Hit the notes on the last time. And I hate to keep doing this, but I think this looks good. Yeah, I'm gonna call this one good. I think you're all set here. Unless, and I'll leave it open. And I put everybody on the spot. If you want to add written notes in the channel as well, if you haven't had a chance to take a look at it. But I think this one, it looks different than some of the other ones we've seen at this. But I think it's a unique style to this, and so I think this is good.
I like the rim light on the picture.
Yeah.
I guess his wife or kid. That's really good.
Yeah. Oh, don't even get started on the picture. We've all been on an emotional journey with that picture.
It was romantic. I really like it.
Yeah, I love it. I think it's great. I think you've done a wonderful job with this. Is that everyone? I think that's all of them now that I look at it. Yeah, because these are all. Yeah, you guys are killing it. You guys are doing so good. Yeah, this is great. All right, we should hop off. We should let Diana get back to bed. It's like 4 in the morning by her, if my math is right on that.
Okay, thank you.
No, you guys are great. Let me know if you need anything today. Like I said, if I'll circle back later this afternoon and get any written feedback if you guys need any like quick hitters for tonight or anything like that. So, all right, enjoy the rest of your day, everybody. I will talk to you all soon.
Thank you.
All right, bye.